Hi there, and welcome to Taviland, where we like everybody. Well, not everybody. You can't like everybody. Today, I want to talk about something that's really important to me. That is, what it's like to live in Korea as a foreigner. I'm like pretty much a white guy. I mean, I have my roots in many different nationalities. Being Canadian, we're a melting pot. Um, so I ask you, what's it like to live in Korea? I've lived here about 13 years, and I've been to the northernmost part, southern, well, not the southernmost part. I've never been to Jeju Island, but I have taken a boat to Japan. I've been to the East Coast, which has some really nice beaches. And I've been to the West Coast, which is basically a tidal plain. So there's a lot of clams there. You just go there and you eat clams. Now, I like Korea. My wife is Korean. I like Korean people. Don't get me wrong. Um, Life in Korea is pretty nice, all in all, there's good people everywhere. If your leader is a bad person and you follow your leader too closely, does that make you a bad person? No, it makes you a smart person because you're surviving. Now, what is life in Korea like? Now, the first time that I came here, I had to say I was not at all surprised or shocked. And then I started to realize that life in Korea has one cloud hanging over its head, and that is North Korea. Literally north. So it's to the top of the map. And I've been to the demilitarized zone, and it's pretty wilderness. Um, Now, lately we've been having this problem with North Korea blowing off nuclear bombs, which is not good. And we have the President of the United States threatening North Korea, which is not good. They've went to China and tried to solve it. Well, win-win. They cut off their imports of coal from North Korea, and they just happen to be looking for a customer for their coal. Hey, that's a win-win situation, and Donald Trump is a salesman, so he understands win-win situations. Um, Now I'm not going to say that I'm 100% for Donald. I'm not going to say I'm for the leader of North Korea, but I will say it's a little bit unnerving that you see the North Korean guy blowing off bombs, and you see the president of America blowing off bombs. I don't want to be blown up. I'm sorry, but it's unnerving. There's nothing wrong with what Kim Jong Un is doing from a national standpoint. I mean, he doesn't treat his people well. Hey, how many countries out there treat their people badly? A lot of them, right? America has the highest per capita incarnation than anybody. Incarceration, sorry. Um, North Korea imprisons people a little bit differently. That's not good. Neither is what the United States does. It's not good. Um, no matter how you look at it, the situation is bad. But I don't want anything to do with that. I have nothing to do with North Korea. I've never actually been inside of North Korea, from what I know. Um, and I'm Canadian, So I don't really have a tie to America, except that they're my southernmost neighbor. Um, Interesting though. And I have met North Korean people. When I was in Beijing, I went to a North Korean restaurant where they served, well, North Korean food, and big surprise, it tastes a lot like South Korean food, which is, kind of makes sense because, well, North Korean people and South Korean people are basically the same people, you know? And I saw a propaganda piece on TV where they said that there's pictures of North Korean people picking weeds or leaves in the hillside, the countryside. Hey, guess what? That's called food. They do that in South Korea too. It's called sustainable living. You go out, you pick some herbs, which is probably what they were picking, and you cook with it because there's a lot of natural foods that the Korean people cook with and eat. I mean, that's normal. So I don't know what to say about that. Um I will say that Kim Jong Un has to stop blowing off nuclear bombs. You know, China says it's bad. Russia's kind of, yeah, that's not a good thing. And the rest of the world is like, yeah, we don't like when people blow off nuclear bombs, kind of thing. And that makes a lot of sense. I mean, why would you want to blow off nuclear bombs? I mean, they're dirty, they're disgusting. That's why they're like illegal. It's not like blowing off firecrackers. It's like blowing off a firecracker made out of an X-ray machine. It's dirty. It'll hurt you. You know. Now the first time I arrived in Korea, I had to go to Seoul, and I was near the Blue House walking around, and a bunch of Korean men decided to take it upon themselves that they would tell me to go home, and they said, "American, go home." And I looked at them quite shocked, and I said, "Why are you telling me to go home? I'm Canadian." Oh, okay, they left me alone. You know, that's fine, that's fine. I'm not American, I'm Canadian. Why not see the difference between us? It's like me calling you a Japanese person. You're not. You know? Okay, you should go home because you're Japanese. No, I'm Korean. Well, oh, okay, sorry. You know? And the thing is that that kind of thing doesn't stop. I've been in gas stations where I've been attempted to be assaulted by people. Um, but let's face it, that's not a good thing at all. Um, so what's my point? My point is Kim Jong Un has to stop with his nuclear program. It's not good. His father realized the nuclear program was not a good situation. You know, it's like just not really a great thing for him to do. His grandfather realized, hey, as long as he has a nuclear program, he's a target. You know, it's like the whole world is going to say, stop it. You know? So I don't know what to say other than that. Life in Korea is interesting. I've been here for 13 years, as I said. Um, I wish that they would, in fact, stop the nuclear program. I don't want the United States to invade North Korea. That would be a horrible thing. Um, it is scary. Um, if you know anything about Korea, you know that the Korean people love Korea, and I happen to be a foreigner who thinks that Korea is a nice country. I love Korea. Um, but I don't want to see Korea be destroyed by a war. I mean, I just wish that there would be some sort of peace in basically the peninsula, because it's like nice here. The weather is good. I get to ride my scooter. Um, I like it here. It's like nice, and it's like you just don't want to be on edge. It's like the first time I brought it up with my wife, I said, "How do you live here knowing that North Korea is there?" And she said, "Oh, we just ignore it. It's like so normal that we just ignore what's going on up there. They do what they want, we do what we want, and that's all there is to it." And besides the nuclearization of the peninsula, I'm fine with that. But it's like I don't see any provocation by the United States. They're friends with South Korea. Um, it's like they play together, and well, they play war games. It says games right in the title. They have to practice working together, and it's not provocation. However, North Korea doesn't like it, but they're not in the equation really, because it's not like they're washing up on North Korean beaches or anything. There's no provocation that is meant in that situation. So I ask you, what is the situation here? Is that it's nuts. It's just plain and simple. It shouldn't happen. It really shouldn't happen. They should be doing something about it. Um, they should really. They should do something about it. I mean, it's a beautiful country. Um, they there's some really good people here. There really are a lot of really good people. Unfortunately, it's not all good, and everybody is like living kind of in fear, and they're on edge, and well, that's never good. I mean, you shouldn't. I don't think the human species was meant to be on edge this much, you know? And there is a lot of situations that I know nothing about. I just know what I know. And I know that I like to be here. And that's all that I really have to say. So have a nice day, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a good time. Go out and try some nice Korean food, and think about it being North Korean. Bye bye.